Hi, everyone. This is your host, Maheen, and welcome to an exciting episode of the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast, where today we have an inspiring discussion lined up for you. Today, we'll delve into the transformative power of enterprise software innovation, its economic impact, and the journey from a humble startup to a global leader. Our guest for this episode is Carl Rodrigues, the visionary founder of SOTI. With over 28 years of experience, Carl has transformed SOTI from a one-person startup in his basement to a multi-billion-dollar global enterprise software leader. Carl is recognized as an industry thought leader known for his passion for continuous innovation and his commitment to fostering a competitive technology industry in Canada. So join us as we explore Carl's journey and his contributions to the tech industry. Hi, Carl. It's fantastic to have you on the podcast. How are you today?
Hi, Maheen. Thank you for having me on the show.
It's our pleasure. And Carl, your journey from starting SOTI, your basement, to leading a global enterprise is truly remarkable. And we're quite excited to hear about your experiences and insights today. Now, to kick things off, let's how every successful business just begins with a unique journey and a vision. We'd love to hear about yours. So, can you please enlighten our listeners? Can you please share your background and what inspired you to start SOTI?
My background goes, quite a ways ago, but I graduated from the University of Toronto in computer science and mathematics, and I started to, work in the industry, developing software, doing some consulting gigs, and what have you. And after several years, I decided to really see if I could just apply, I guess, my skills and my experience to software that really I was more interested in. Whenever you work with someone else, when I was doing consulting, you're kind of fixing software or enhancing software that someone else has built, and it really doesn't really properly represent what you're really interested in. So after one of my contracts finished, I decided to go down to the basement and really see what I could create. And that's where it kind of all started. I wouldn't say I had a very precise vision when I went out into the basement, but I kind of thought, okay, let's just start, and I'll figure things out from there. And as it turns out, things worked out, and here we are.
Oh, no, it's great. We love the inspiration and motivation behind your platform. But there must be some struggles that you might have, faced and overcome them. Can you tell us what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced in the early days and how did you overcome them?
Well, honestly, if you want to start a business from scratch, there's a million struggles, and you have many struggles typically, even now on the same day. But if I to go back in early struggles was when you a lot of people, they graduate from school and they think that they have all the skills to create a business, but when you finally get down to it, you realize there's really a lot of things you have to master. It's not just writing code. It's you need to learn how to market your product. You have to learn how to focus. What are the markets you're going to focus? If you try to focus everywhere, you're not going to have a lot of success. So for example, one of the markets I decided from day one is I was going to focus on the US market. Even though I'm a little startup in Canada, I looked at the US market as that's the biggest single homogeneous market. And by homogeneous, I mean they speak the same language. So, and I spoke that same language, English. So it seemed like an obvious target. Go for a market that's relatively close. Go for a market where you understand the culture, you understand the language, things like that. So you have to make all these strategic decisions. You have to think about how you're going to market, how you're going to advertise. How do you get into the minds of your customers? How do you understand what their business needs are? So that requires kind of almost like some third party thinking about what's in their heads, so that you can actually create a product that actually fits those business needs.
Your story is quite a powerful reminder, as well as an example of how Both the vision and perseverance can lead to extraordinary success, like SOTI being a high-tech companies. And talking about high-tech companies, Carl, they play a vital role in boosting local economies. How has SOTI's presence in Mississauga contributed to the local economy and community?
I would say we've contributed, in a number of ways. I mean, we have today over 2,000 employees globally. Over 900 of those employees, are right here in Mississauga. So we're creating jobs for the local economy. We obviously generate, taxes, corporate taxes, for the city of Mississauga. For the city, we those employees themselves pay taxes. So these are things that there's many companies, right here in Mississauga and Toronto and the GTA that use our products. So there's a number, all these things contribute. Our employees go out and they consume the products and services that are generated right here in Mississauga. So when a company like us situates here, there's a 100 different ways that we actually contribute to the local economy.
No, it's so
Those are
inspiring.
just the examples.
Yeah, no, those were great examples. And it's so inspiring to see how, SOTI's growth has positively impacted the local community. And, that just wants me to connect with our listeners as well. So to everyone that's tuning in, please take a moment to appreciate the profound impact that high-tech companies like SOTI can have on local economies, because Carl's insights really revealed how a single business can drive economic growth, can create numerous job opportunities, and really foster a culture of innovation within the community. And this really highlights the importance of supporting and nurturing local businesses.
Yeah.
Um,
Just one point.
sure.
And we're really an engineering company, right? So we're
Mhm.
we're an engineering company. So the kinds of jobs actually that we bring to the city is really important. These are, highly skilled, relatively high paying jobs, and we actually pull in talent, into Mississauga literally from around the world. So
Mhm.
that actually, that's good for Mississauga. It actually brings a lot of key skills, from we use skills from Mississauga, but we also bring some of the, high skilled, engineers and software developers and those sort of people right here to Mississauga from around the world.
No, we'd love to delve deeper into SOTI's innovative solutions, because innovation is key to staying competitive in the tech industry. On that note, Carl, can you tell us more about SOTI's innovative solutions and how they are transforming business operations?
So our technology is really managing mobile devices, right? So these are the devices, not just the consumer devices that we all carry for to do our phone and email. We specialize in what we call mission critical devices. So if you go to a Home Depot, you'll see people having those heavy guns, which they're scanning products on the shelf. If you go into retail, you're going to see them. If you look at police or fire or ambulance, they have these in-car devices, in ambulance devices. So these are mission critical, right? So
Mhm.
our technology gets used in all these businesses. There's over 17,000, enterprises around the world that use our technology, and really mobile has become a key part of this new economy that really powers all these businesses. And with that, they need to manage all these devices remotely, and that's really what our technology is about: is allowing those operations to see what's happening in their business remotely, to troubleshoot, to fix it, and keep that operation running. So as really the whole economy has transformed to leverage mobile, our technology really has played a very significant part in that journey, and really that journey that still continues every day.
SOTI's commitment to innovation is just truly remarkable, and it sets a very high standard in the industry. And our next key topic or area would be community engagement and support, because community engagement is so essential for building strong relationships and giving back. Carl, how does SOTI engage with the local community and support educational initiatives?
Well, one of the things we do is we work very closely with, a lot of the educational institutions, in around Mississauga, and even the GTA. So we engage with over 40 different educational institutions, that in around Mississauga. These, of course, include local institutions like UTM, University of Toronto, and Mississauga, but many others. We also support local community kind of groups, initiatives. For example, we sponsored the Mississauga Steelheads hockey team. Are you a hockey fan?
No, I'm not a sporty person at
Okay,
all. I'm
well,
so sorry.
it's time for you to contribute too.
Oh God.
No, no, I'm just teasing, of course. But we also work with the Mississauga Food Bank Holiday Drive, and things not just in Mississauga. For example, we participate in the CN Tower Stair Climb, which donates to the World Wildlife Fund, and you really many other such things. So that we're our whole team. It's 900 people in Mississauga, and there's so many things that the various groups inside SOTI do, that I'm not even aware of all of them, but there's really lots of different activities we participate in.
That's amazing. I mean, it's great to see how SOTI not only focuses on business growth, but also on giving a lot back to the community. Can you please provide some examples of some of the community programs? I know you mentioned a couple, and some events that SOTI participates in on a yearly basis.
It's all those. It's all those things. There's various, for example, runs that happen throughout the city that actually raise money for various funds. I know there's blood donor clinics and those sort of things that our guys participate, or I should say, our people participate in. So there's we donate to various charities. Some of those are Mississauga based, some of those are even international based, helping different communities. We have programs we contribute to, people, underprivileged children, children with disabilities. There's really a wide variety of things, and we have special teams or groups like our social committees and other groups within SOTI that actually look for these sort of things where we can help in some way. And there's seasonal things, like there's lots of things also that we do, at Christmas and those sort of things.
No, this kind of engagement really strengthens local ties. It also, enriches the company's relationship within the community, creating a really positive cycle of growth and support. And on that note, listeners, I really want to emphasize the importance of community engagement because Carl just mentioned that, SOTI's active involvement in educational initiatives and local sponsorship shows how businesses can really give back to the community. So that is something that we all should consider doing, again, in support of, just the local growth of our economies. Now, looking towards the future is also very essential for, continued success and growth. Carl, what are your aspirations for the future of SOTI, especially in North America?
Well, the way we have grown is really, I would characterize it as being different from a typical company. For example, we're not one of those companies who really took a lot of VC funds or external funding. So we kind of grew, from our first, nickel and dime that we actually, of revenue we generated, we kept investing back in the company and kept growing. So we're very much, I feel like, a grassroots kind of company, sort of built in a more traditional kind of manner, right? So I think, there's this modern way that a lot of people talk about building companies, but I really think the model of that SOTI has used to build this company, to get to where we are is really the right model, and hopefully we can take this model and other startups can actually use it to really build successful Canadian companies, and my goal is to be recognized as one of those name brands in Canada that we can be proud of, like a name brand tech company. And I think if when people look at what we've done and how we've grown, we've been consistently profitable over I think it's 29 years, right? So that's also another I don't think we have not had a losing quarter in any of those 29 years, and that's because we built in a certain, if you like, a design pattern, right? And I think that's a model that should be studied and where a lot of young Canadian companies can use build something that's long-standing and to build something that will kind of survive, the rigors of time, right?
Absolutely.
So that would be my goal of what I want for SOTI.
That's amazing. I mean, your vision for the future is truly inspiring, and we really look forward to seeing Sodi's continued growth and success. But before we wrap up, Carl, what is one piece of advice that you would like to give to aspiring entrepreneurs in the tech industry today?
One piece I'd give is, I see a lot of young kids, even from universities and startups, and their goal seems to be, I think, they kind of, you know, their goal seems to be to make a lot of money really fast, right? And I really think that's just the wrong idea. I think what you really need to do is think about creating a good product, a product that's really going to help someone, and that's going to help a community, a certain group of people, and try to be the best at that. And those other things are going to happen. If you create whatever it is, whether you're a great carpenter or a great painter, if you really hone your craft and become really good at it, people will discover you. So I think that should be the foundation. Build the best of class product in the world, and I think that's the secret. That's the secret of SOTI, and I think that's the secret of many great companies. And I think this kind of realignment of really how a company should be built, I think, is something that I'd like to see a lot of young Canadian entrepreneurs use as a model, as a if you like, a gold standard of how to build a successful business here in Canada.
No, thank you so much, Carl, for sharing your invaluable insights and experiences with us today. I mean, we've covered a range of topics, very fascinating topics, including, your entrepreneurial journey from starting Sodi in your basement to growing it into a global enterprise, and the significant impact that Sodi is making on the Mississauga's economy, and your innovative approach to enterprise software solutions. It's all great, and we hope to have you back on our podcast, maybe in person next time. But thank you so much again for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for your time as well.
That was the end of our discussion with Carl Rodrigues, to whom we are very grateful, as well as to our partners, to whom we'd like to extend our gratitude. Our exclusive banking partner, RBC, shipping partner, UPS, email partner, Constant Contact, and exclusive hospitality partner, IAG Business Edge. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our Canadian SME magazine by visiting CanadianSME.ca to stay updated on more insightful episodes. Until next time, continue supporting your local businesses and thrive in the world of small business. Thank you.